The CeMAP Diploma is a Level 4 FCA-recognised mortgage qualification. It can help showcase an individual's extensive understanding of the mortgage sector and the implications that precede it. This is especially relevant due to the precarious state of the pound and the economic instability faced at the time of recording. Having a CeMAP Diploma can really set a mortgage advisor apart from others, as it is a step up from the standard CeMAP. In this video, we'll provide you with a guide that covers the CeMAP Diploma and can help you decide whether it's a qualification you want to pursue. We've already covered CeMAP 1, 2 and 3 in previous videos, so we'd recommend checking these out first, with the link to these videos in the description box below. Let's quickly give a brief overview of CeMAP and the CeMAP Diploma. What is CeMAP? We've extensively covered the ins and outs of what mortgage advisors do and how to become a mortgage advisor on our blog and here on our YouTube. So if you need to refresh yourself, that's a great place to start. The Certificate in Mortgage Advice and Practice, known as CeMAP for short, is the industry standard qualification for mortgage advisors and is provided by the London Institute of Banking and Finance, known as the LIBF. Many businesses and mortgage advisors alike view CeMAP as the go-to mortgage advice qualification, so if you're looking for a career as a mortgage advisor, this is the place to start. Before you can complete the CeMAP Diploma, you must complete the CeMAP, a Level 3 qualification that covers 3 modules known as CeMAP 1, CeMAP 2 and CeMAP 3. We've made a plethora of content on CeMAP, so we won't cover it again here, but check out the description below if you want more information. The CeMAP Diploma is a Level 4 qualification, therefore if you've already taken the CeMAP or an equivalent Level 3 qualification, say from the CII, you only have to complete one module to be awarded the diploma. The additional module covered by the CeMAP Diploma is Advanced Mortgage Advice, also known as the AMA. The AMA module covers all the necessary technical areas needed to deliver regulated mortgage advice and is split into 2 parts that you'll need to complete. If you pass both of these, you'll be awarded your CeMAP Diploma. There is an exam which is worth 50 marks, and this exam is multiple choice, similar to the other CeMAP exams, and you have 90 minutes to complete the exam. In order to pass it, you must get 70% of the questions right, which is 35 marks in total. There is also a coursework element to the CeMAP Diploma, which you must get 50% on in order to pass. But what is covered in the CeMAP Diploma? The syllabus for the exam covers the following topics: the house buying process, the mortgage market and the economic environment, property details and surveys, different types of borrowers and establishing suitable advice, legislation and regulation, mortgage fees and charges, mortgage lending and specialist areas, arrears and non-payment of mortgages. The AMA module is very focused on the regulations and processes that come with being a mortgage advisor and is very technical. Therefore, it could really help an aspiring mortgage advisor become better equipped for their future career. The coursework will be a suitability report based on a pre-release fact find. Coursework looks at applying the knowledge gained in the previous units and tests the ability to formulate the knowledge via a suitability report. The fact find will be given 12 weeks before the submission date, so students must formulate their mortgage advice recommendations via a report within the time frame and submit it online. You must also submit a reference list if any quotes have been used. The coursework has to be around 4,000 words, which is quite a big report. However, the fact find provided to you will be very detailed, giving you lots to write about. A good course provider should guide you on how to best structure your essay and what the LIBF find impressive. We'll cover this more later. So who should consider getting the CeMAP Diploma and why? In terms of who could consider it, any current or aspiring mortgage advisors should definitely contemplate adding this to their list of qualifications. In the long term, this could lead to benefits in their career and expand on your knowledge. The other good point is there are not many requirements for the diploma and you're not required to be a current practicing mortgage advisor to undertake it. The only requirement is that you've already completed your CeMAP, meaning that you're not limited by lack of experience. Most mortgage advisors and aspiring advisors have full CeMAP or equivalent. Having the CeMAP Diploma could really set you apart from the masses and make you stand out to clients and employers. Above all, it will also provide you with valuable information about the technicalities of the mortgage industry, preparing you for your career and its progression. The more qualified you are, the more likely you are to be considered for mortgage advisor jobs that provide a higher paying salary or valuable leads at established firms. We always have plenty of mortgage advisor opportunities like this on our website, so we'll link this down in the description below. The average person takes 6 months to complete the CeMAP Diploma according to the LIBF. However, if it takes you longer to feel ready to sit the exam, this is completely okay, as you can sit the exam up to 12 months after registering. There is a £495 registration fee which includes materials and exam entry. Other fees include an exam resit of £170, a coursework resit of £200, a coursework resubmission fee of £105, and finally the deferral fee of £165 per assessment. Some tips for when revising for the diploma is 1. Keep looking over the content even if you already feel you know it. This may sound excessive, but this is a vital element in a multiple choice exam because you either know the content or you don't. That is why it's so important to ensure that the information you need is ingrained into your brain, as you cannot lean on your literacy skills or writing style in these exams. The only way you can succeed is by knowing the content. Second of all, quiz yourself. Utilise the internet by finding practice questions and mock papers for yourself. Trial and error are perhaps one of the best ways to learn. Consequently, this could really help expose the gaps in your knowledge and acclimatise you with the language and question style that will likely appear in your CeMAP Diploma exam. You could also write your own questions out or ask a friend to test you. That way you can make things like flashcards to help quiz yourself. Finally, create a study schedule. Creating a schedule for yourself ensures that you're giving yourself ample studying time outside of your course hours. This can help make sure you have the knowledge and content of the CeMAP Diploma remembered. It will also make sure you have time to complete any mock tests or quizzes you set yourself. Studying for the coursework element, however, could require slightly different methods of study. Keeping a study schedule, however, will be completely relevant here too. One of the most important ways to ace your coursework is to make sure you have a brilliant depth of knowledge. This will be achieved through revision and dedicated study time. Subsequently, having a study schedule will help you to not cram and keep on top of the work you do have to do. Doing little bits at a time will help the essay feel less overwhelming and daunting. The AV Times have some good tips on how to effectively study for coursework, including creating a plan to follow, proofread, create the outline and follow it, and again, the coursework element is something you could potentially practice. Now you know that you'll be writing a report on a fact find, you could do that at home to get some experience. There are plenty on the internet that could really help you out. Or if you're a mortgage advisor currently advising clients, use your report writing skills as an opportunity to learn. The LOBF also have some advice when it comes to coursework. They recommend you do the exam first before you start doing your coursework. They also suggest that you dedicate around 3 months for it to ensure that you have enough time to produce a successful piece of work. In conclusion, if you want to have a successful career as a mortgage advisor, getting your CeMAP Diploma is something you should potentially consider. It can really set you apart from those who are just CeMAP qualified, as it shows a higher level of understanding of the technicalities of the mortgage industry. Before you qualify, it's really important that you have a plan for after the qualification as well. We recommend you check out our dedicated page for mortgage advisors so you can see what's available in your area. Additionally, you can have a free, confidential and no pressure chat with one of our experienced financial services recruitment consultants. The links to both options will be in the description box below. To summarise, the CeMAP Diploma could give you the edge over other candidates when it comes to finding a mortgage advisor's job. The more qualified you are, the further you're likely to get when job hunting. Here at Premier Jobs UK, we have placed plenty of mortgage advisors in employed and self-employed roles for a whole range of different firms, making us the most trusted recruiter in the process. Our team will be able to talk you through any options that may be available to you. Thanks for watching this week's video. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the post notifications for the Premier Jobs UK YouTube channel so that when other upcoming videos for mortgage advisors are released, you are then notified of them.